going on, dudes and dudettes? So didn't get to put this up yesterday, but here are a few quick things that happened the past 2 days for my teams. So we got a 3-star QB commit from Arizona. Name is Kedon Slovis. Hope I'm saying your last name right, buddy. But he is getting high praise from Kurt Warner, a guy who probably still lives out there. It's kind of tough because you know Kurt Warner was a really good player, but it did take him a while. He was in a bunch of different leagues before, but hopefully he's able to recognize talent a lot quicker than maybe he progressed. But good to have him on the team, and hopefully he'll stay, compete, and maybe get some playing time in the future. Then we also have what I mentioned a few days ago, that the Lakers should be interested in getting Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota, and it looks like they put in a trade. I don't know if I doubt it's official, but I guess it's a scenario that they could look at where they would trade the rights for a sign and trade with Julius Randle, Kyle Kuzma, and a 2019 first round pick, so not this year's but next year's, for only Karl Anthony Towns. It's pretty interesting. I kind of prefer Kuzma right now over Brandon Ingram, who's been there 2 years and kind of more injury prone at this moment in his career. So I would think if you swap those guys out, then it would be a lot more, tantalizing pick to give to them. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I doubt that anything's going to happen this soon because they still have a lot of good players up there in Minnesota and they can still make a run. I just think they need to take out their coach, but we'll see how this goes and, keep a close eye on that. And some weird kind of draft news that supposedly the Lakers have given a promise to power forward / center Mitchell Robinson. He's a guy coming into this year's draft, a guy who had signed with Western Kentucky to play, which was kind of a weird thing anyways, because if he was such a highly talented guy, a 5-star recruit, and going to a small school like that, but then he didn't even play. And I don't know if it's been 1 or 2 years that he still hasn't played any type of basketball professionally, but for them to give the option to a guy like that when you haven't really seen him play against any good competition in most recent history, it's kind of tough. It's kind of a red flag in my opinion, because there's definitely a lot of better players you could get at that pick. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not true, and hopefully it's just fake news. Then they were talking about how Grayson Allen helped himself at the NBA Combine. Definitely one of my favorite players coming out of Duke, and I believe he can succeed depending where he's going to in the NBA. Team just needs to give him an opportunity, and he showed he could do a lot of things athletically, even more than what he did at Duke, just because they didn't ask him to do that much. But he still has his, offensive scoring abilities, and he can play defense here and there. So he's definitely going to get picked up, and hopefully to a good situation in LA. And then we also have the Lakers workouts, those 5 players there. They're working out today. And I think the only one to really look at right now is Shamorie, who I mentioned a few days ago. He's a point guard / shooting guard from St. John's who completely killed Duke earlier this season by himself. So he's definitely an intriguing guy to look at. Maybe get him in the second round, because he's not really talked about as a first round guy yet, but there's still a lot of guys he could get with the second round pick, because that's actually a pick higher than the one that is in the first round for this year for the Lakers. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. And it is another nice gloomy day today, so I'm a little bit happy, but have a great rest of your week.